Hey guys, welcome to another All Signs reading. My name is Johanna. Welcome to Tenacious Soul. We are going to see what kind of is coming up for you and your sign. You guys can check out your sun, your moon, your rising sign. Timestamps will be down below. They'll be available after the premiere. We're going to pull an oracle and a tarot here for you. They're going to be kind of shorter messages, but we are going to see, just kind of what comes out, what you need to know at this moment. So let's get into it. We're going to start with Aries here. So Aries, we have freedom. Freedom means living as you choose, with your wings and heart open, able to direct the reality as you want. The quest for freedom seems innate. You may picture freedom in its more extreme guises, but when we are truly free, our lifestyles may not change drastically. Limitation can be a state of mind. The only change might be choosing to live in a certain way rather than feeling obligated. A shift in perspective can help bring lightness and choice in the bigger picture. What does freedom look like for you, and are you feeling stifled? It is up to you to make a change. And then we have the King of Swords. Okay, so I see you guys, Aries, like looking at making some sort of change in your life. I feel like there's like you getting clear that maybe an aspect or an area of your life is being held back, or it's not exactly what it is that you want. Maybe it like logically makes sense, but like emotionally maybe it's not like on the same page as you. So I almost feel like sitting down with this King of Swords. It's like sitting down and kind of getting a clear picture on things, getting to look at how things are coming up for you. Like just like what is that area of your life that you maybe don't feel free? Right? Where do you maybe kind of feel confined, and where do you maybe need to kind of like take this sword and then kind of cut yourself free from it? So there's like some sort of change, but I almost feel like it's more in the thinking stage of things. Like you haven't necessarily maybe taken the action yet. You're maybe coming up with the plan or needing to make a plan, and that's going to help you free yourself in this area. It's definitely like something with regards to like your lifestyle. So this could be like how you work, or where you work, or where you live, or maybe it's like a money thing, right? Like having enough money, feeling free money-wise so that you can live the lifestyle that you're kind of looking to live, right? Or wanting to live. So something in that capacity I feel like is coming up here for you, Aries. So I would like sit down, think about things, maybe journal, make a plan, write things down with this King of Swords, and see kind of where things kind of take you here. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. We have Internal Explorer. It says, when we stop looking outside ourselves and surrender to a soft inner focus, we have access to unlimited information and resources. When we stop thinking with the glass ceiling of our intellect, we have access to multidimensional wisdom from the collective consciousness. Everything is there within you, waiting for expression. You're invited to explore the state of flow. You are an infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. You have the permission you felt you needed. Go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. I feel like this has to do with your intuition. So we also have this Five of Pentacles here with you as well. So some of you are feeling like a bit lost, or feeling like you're not maybe feeling connected to source. I almost feel like it's interesting because usually like the Five of Pentacles, they're like outside like a church or something, some sort of kind of like spiritual, gathering place. Take that as however you want. But it's almost like having to kind of like tap back into source, tap back into your faith, your intuition. Some of you could be maybe feeling a bit lost, or maybe you feel like you don't have the answers, or maybe you're feeling a sense of lack here in your life. And I feel like there's something within you, like tapping into some aspect here of your intuition is going to kind of unlock or open a door here for you. And we see the keyhole here, and the key is here. So there is something within you to be discovered. But it's like maybe you're kind of looking in the wrong places right now. You're looking outside of yourself to fix the situation instead of going within. So this is asking you to really go within, tap into your higher self, your intuition, and see where, just see what comes up for you, right? Don't force things, just see what comes up, and don't be afraid to explore the depths within yourself, right? What is it that you truly want? Maybe there's something missing from your life that you're not realizing, right? If you're feeling unfulfilled or unhappy, or something's just not clicking, it's like maybe there's a reason why, and having to kind of dive a little bit deeper and figure out like what is that thing, right? So that is what I have for you, Taurus. Hopefully that resonates. Gemini. We have Manifestia. You can decide how you want to live. The universe fully supports your choice to step into the optimal version of yourself. Dream big, then dream bigger. Now is a great time to start the projects you've been considering. All it takes is some pollination. Be creative with your visioning. Sow the seeds of the reality you want to experience through affirmative thinking and higher intention. Then anchor or ground your dream seeds. Manifest from the heart, overcome fear, take strong positive action, and let go of the outcome. Know and trust your dreams are already on their way, and expect to see results. So this is about, we have the High Priestess. So I feel like this is about like kind of like taking your dreams and making them a reality. Like the High Priestess, she has a vision, right? And I feel like there's some sort of vision you have or want for yourself, and this is about you going after that and taking the action now. So now it's like you've dreamed big, maybe you have to dream a bit bigger, but it's like taking and starting to pollinate this vision, like starting to make it a reality, having it, become more concrete, is kind of this stage that you're at now, is like taking action and just seeing where it goes, right? You can make this a reality, but it's like a lot of times people's dreams don't become a reality because they don't take the actions that are necessary, right? So I feel like now for you, Gemini, is the time to take action and really kind of step towards this. So that is what I have for you. Cancer. We have Solaris, sublime. We live in a dualistic world. Bringing light and darkness into balance and being real with our humanness can allow each of us to reach more joy, authenticity, and depth. By accepting and loving all of ourselves as we are, we can extend more of this love and have greater compassion for others. This painting portrays the balanced dance of creation. As the dragons come together, they dissolve into one with all that is. In this place of coalescence, both sides fuse in openness, not just reemerging with the universe, but an alchemical process of becoming the empowered creator force we truly are. So this is about stepping in, I feel like, into your full potential. We have the Six of Wands that's also out here with you, Cancer. So this is about, like stepping into success, stepping into victory, but it's like by finding balance and accepting all parts of yourself. Knowing that you have the power to create your own reality, right? So this is like more about self-power, self-belief. And so I feel like you're meant to really like bring all aspects of yourself into whatever it is that you're trying to do in your life or be or have. Bring that authenticity, bring that depth, bring the good and the bad, right? The yin and the yang, and the positive, the negative, the light and the dark. And then that's how you'll achieve success. That's how you'll feel successful, right? That's how you're going to start to feel empowered and confident, is by accepting all aspects of yourself. So yeah, it's time to start accepting yourself. And I feel like if you are, it's like you're on your way to becoming very successful in this, because you're just like, you're not limiting yourself anymore. So looks good for you, Cancer. I like that. Let's move on to Leo. We have full spectrum. Step out of the black and white mentality of good and bad. Honor the full spectrum of life and see through fresh eyes. When we judge something, we create a story around it, and often these stories are limiting. Over a lifetime, we subconsciously gather so many of these stories, create a space of no story for miraculous healing and crystallizing new paths. This space empowers us to know our truth and be all we are. Embrace creation in all her colors, including the raw, muddy, earthbound shadow parts of a situation, to determine whether your stories are limiting your perspective. Let the compost of the challenges you have overcome feed new shoots and blossoms. Let the compost of challenges you have overcome feed new shoots and blossoms. Okay, so I feel like Leo for you, yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Leo, this is about like changing your story, not being attached to the story of the challenges that you've had in your life and not being afraid to write a new one, right? Detaching from the old stories, the limiting beliefs, to start to make new ones. And the wheel talks about change, right? So there's a sense of shifting the energy, shifting the cycle, changing the cycle that you're in, getting out of this cycle, right? And it's like, what stories have you created in your life, right? And where are they not serving you? Where are those stories not serving you anymore and actually limiting you from your full potential, right? And your full expansion with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is like a time to kind of like really reflect on like, you know, what areas of my life have I attached a belief around that is a limiting belief? And where can I shift that perspective and change it so that I no longer am like limiting myself, right? I can bring in this expansion here. So really kind of taking a look at that and seeing, yeah, just like what area of your stories are limiting you and your potential. And then rewriting them to bring in more expansion. So hopefully that resonates for you, Leo. Virgo, let's see. We have crystal keys. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz said to have been encoded with great knowledge for the spiritual evolution of the human race. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in the times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. Wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. Be odd in creative flow or state of surrender. These crystals may be powerful keys to your spiritual evolution. Let's see what you have here. So we're the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like for you, Virgo, so Knight of Pentacles is very much your card, but like slowing down, being present, feeling your feelings, right? Being aware of your surroundings and your feelings in the situation is going to help you gain wisdom and knowledge about like where to go, what's next, how do I deal with this, how do I get through this, right? Why is this not working? Right? So there's kind of like these keys are like these like little insights, little nuggets that you can get by being just slowing down. And I feel like this is like a slowing down on a daily basis, or just taking your time to move through things and not just like rushing to the next thing and being unaware, right? This is about awareness. And I feel like you're going to gain a lot of insight and you're going to learn a lot by being in this slower state is going to help you shift your life in really positive directions, in maybe areas too that have been stuck for a while. It's like you're just not being present enough, you're not slowing down enough to be able to understand or see the lesson in it, or see the knowledge or the wisdom that you can gain from this situation to be able to shift. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Hopefully that resonates. Let's move on to Libra. We have the Infinite. It says, as Lemurians, we are only partially incarnated. As Lemurians were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. This card is a rebirth. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and arise like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you've gathered through your elevation process. Look at that, and you got an Ace of Swords. So there's a victory here. Ace of Swords can be a victory, and there's a victory, I feel like, in this challenge and this, you know, ending that you've had. There's a victory in that ending and that coming to that conclusion. But there's also the clarity to start new and to start with a fresh slate, start with a clear mind, So I feel like there's something that has maybe ended, or something challenging in your life has maybe come to some sort of close, and it's like now you're ready to move forward, clear-headed, a good idea, good mind, good clarity, right? Good vision kind of on your side to kind of help you move forward here. I feel like you have gained a lot of knowledge. And it's like, in a way, your journey is really just starting to begin, right? So I feel like there's a new path opening up here for you, a new opportunity for you to kind of like learn and move through, after like ending some sort of cycle or phase that you've been in. This could be for some of you like ending a school cycle, or maybe ending one job or one career path into another. Maybe it's a phase of life, right? Maybe it's like you're going from being a mom into like a grandma or something like that, right? Like it could be anything like that, but there's a new chapter here after maybe a more challenging cycle that you've been through. And so there's an opportunity now for growth and expansion in a different way. So this looks really good for you, Libra. All right, Scorpio. Happy birthday to my Scorpios. We have communication, co-creation. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken, but if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to share it with words. How are you communicating beyond words? Something may be getting lost in translation. An issue may be cleared through improved communication. Listen carefully to what someone has to say without interruption. Furthermore, it may feel scary and vulnerable to share vulnerable truths, but this may be the only way forward. This card also encourages a greater exploration in the realm of telepathy, healing, and the arts such as poetry, painting, and music, where this is a collective communication beyond the mind. And then we have the Page of Wands, which the pages are communication cards. So there's something here about communicating. I feel like there's almost like something about communicating about like a path that you're going down, a journey that you're going down. It's like maybe the words you're saying and the feelings or the emotion behind it are not really like on the same page, or it's like there could be assumptions being made here. Some of you may need to learn to listen to other people. I almost feel like I don't know, it's like if this is not like a communication of like you in a relationship of some sort, or you and a family member, a friend, a love relationship, whatever, this almost feels like if let's say you're in a career or a job situation, there's like an opportunity to move in a new path. This like the communication could be not quite 100% between all the parties, right? So I feel like it's being cautious of like, don't just dive into things if you don't have all the answers you need, what's maybe getting lost or what's maybe not cleared up. So I feel like there needs to be more open communication between either you and someone, or you and a party, or you, like, especially if there's like contracts and stuff involved. But I also feel though there's like a lot of excitement. I think though it's like probably the caution here is just a little bit of like making sure that if you're excited, you're also clear. So just being aware of the clarity of what is coming up. And then I think as well, if you are sharing something with someone that's maybe vulnerable or challenging, it's like it's going to make you feel a lot more free, and it's going to give you a whole new realm of exploration of communicating in a positive way that brings kind of this freedom feeling. So yeah, just be cautious around communication at this time, I feel. And not that it's bad, I just think it's like a clarity between everybody, making sure everyone's on the same page. Because it's like sometimes everyone's all excited, and then that's like they get to the situation, they're like, this is not what I thought it was going to be, right? So I just feel like it's being clear with either your intentions or someone else being clear with their intentions, and vice versa between all of the parties. So just be aware of that, Scorpio. All right, we're going to move on to Sagittarius. We have Mount Shasta. Where Lemuria would be destroyed, its people traveled to other parts of the globe. Mount Shasta was one of the places they journeyed. There are tales of unusual phenomena and multidimensional beings living outside the mountain. This card is about origins, and the image is the seed crystal this deck is based around. Honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both of your bloodline and your etheric lineage. Do you have an affinity with any star beings? Connecting with them might allow you to greater insights into your traits, your strengths, and challenges. The sacred places you feel attracted to may have an intuitive message for you. And then we have the Hermit. It kind of feels like a bit of like a spiritual journey. Some of you could like literally just be traveling. Like you could be traveling or going on like a retreat or something like that. It'd be I feel like a very Sagittarian thing to do. Some of you could also be going on like a personal retreat in the sense of like, I don't know what they're called, but like, it's like a retreat, but it's for yourself, right? So you're going away basically for the weekend or for the week, or going on a solo trip to kind of like find yourself. I feel like there's a lot of like reflection coming up here, internal kind of processing, but I also feel like there is you trying to like find yourself. There's that part of you that I feel like maybe feels a bit lost, or that you're trying to find yourself. It's there within you, but it's like I feel like there's kind of a solo piece to this. So maybe doing something on your own, even if it's within a group. It's like you might not know people in the group, traveling by yourself, but it's like you're trying to find yourself. And even if it's not like physically moving and traveling, it's like this could be just you really going inward and reflecting on a lot of different things and trying to figure out like, who am I, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of like questionings around that. And I think it's you're going to learn a lot through this process. So yeah, I mean, some of you could be going away. This could be a birthday thing, right? There could also be, because it's like your birthday season, a lot of like reflection around just your life, right? And so you could be looking at things a little bit deeper here, I'm seeing. So it looks good, because I think there's a lot of personal exploration here for you. All right. Let's move on to Capricorn. We have Soul Star Chakra, merging with the divine. It says, the image captures the merging of the time beyond space and kaleidoscope wisdom that penetrates our being. We have lived in many worlds, all interconnected. They uphold the lessons they carry as messages of transformation. Their synergy creates the expansion of the universe. Gaze into the place where the light between our stardust can become anything, and collective evolution is a part of a grander story. When we simply let go, we become all that we have been seeking and glimpse the greater dream. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions. And we have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like Capricorn, this is a little bit of like having faith. I also feel like this is about like you pursuing your dreams and your visions with this Knight of Cups, of like what your heart wants in your life, and knowing that it'll all be happening, or it all is happening. Some of you could be looking at also meeting a person, like if you're looking for love or something with the Knight of Cups, it's like you will come across this person. Some of you have met this person in previous lifetimes, but there's like having faith in the divine, having faith that things are going to work out for you, and that things always are working out for you, and that somewhere, because you are envisioning this for yourself, whatever this is, because you're envisioning that, it's like it is a part of you in some timeline. Like there's some sort of like your future self is exploring that, or like, right? Like it's like, I forget how they kind of word it, but there's kind of this sense of like, usually if we have a vision for it, it's because it's already ours in a future timeline. Does that make sense? But I feel like there is also a need to kind of have love and gratitude for where you're currently at and what you're currently experiencing. Like just seeing things through the divine. It will help you also manifest things and connect with the divine even deeper. So this is just about like having faith, but also, again, having the gratitude and the love, and bringing that gratitude and love into your daily life is going to help you kind of like live more in alignment with the divine, if that makes sense. And I think you're going to start to see things just kind of like falling into place here for yourself. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. Okay. Aquarius. I'm gonna get this one. We have life force energy. It says, revel in the bliss of being alive. This card is packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. As much as is possible, seek joy and upliftment in everything you do. Consider the foods you eat, the environments you spend time in, the people in your life, and what you wear. Increase your awareness of how things come to be in your world and their energetic resonance. You may be inspired to work with healing energies, the land, perhaps to grow vegetables. You are encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with a vitality. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, so if some of you have been feeling kind of like stuck or kind of like things have been on pause in your life, I feel like this is about like bringing more life back into your life by doing things that you enjoy to do, eating the foods you love, being in good environments, being around people that you love. Like, I feel like there's like a shift that needs to happen here that kind of brings this sense of, some of you could be realizing this too. This could be a perspective shift for you that you're like, you know what, I need to do more of the things that I love. I need to do more of the things that make me feel good. And in that, I'm going to be able to create more. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to, just be more in alignment. It was interesting. I was listening to an audiobook. It was actually on money, but she was talking about like, it's a very spiritual kind of, her name's Amanda Francis, for those of you who would recognize that name. But she was talking about how like some people think like, oh, if I had all the money in the world or whatever, I would just like, what would you do all the time? And it's like, oh, I would just like sit and veg and eat potatoes and just like eat potato chips and just like watch Netflix like all day long and just rest. And she's like, you wouldn't do that. You would maybe do that. Like you want to do that because you're burnt out, right? There's no life force. There's no vitality. You're so burnt out with like the way that you've been living your life that like if you had the ability to slow down and to not do as much, because if money was no question, it's like those are the things we would do right now because we're so burnt out, right? But it's like you wouldn't actually, there would be so many other things that you would do. And so I feel like for you, this is kind of like saying like, what are all those things that you would do, right? Would you travel? Would you start a new hobby? Would you take your kids places or do fun things, or maybe just get to be with your kids during the day, right? Instead of having them go to school, like whatever, right? Like it could be a million different things that you could decide to do that bring you life. Maybe it's cooking or having the ability to have time to read a book or whatever, right? Like what are those small things that can help bring life force energy and just this doing things because we genuinely enjoy them, not because we feel obligated to do them, right? And so I feel like that's where you're kind of making shifts in your life and looking at things and you're having this aha moment about it. And then I think you're going to start kind of like implementing these things into action here. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Hopefully that made sense and resonated. All right. Last but not least, we have Pisces. I'm gonna get this one here for you guys. We have Heart Chakra, unfurling back to love. This chakra card represents love in its many forms. It reminds you that everything in life can unfold into love or fear. When unfurled back enough, the foundation of all you seek lies in the universal desire and right to feel love and be loved. Love heals, God is love. This is the force that will change the world. Have compassion, expand your awareness and heart-centered radiance for all beings on the planet. Encapsulate Earth in loving compassion. Bask in the blissful feeling of the planet in all its perfect balance, loving you back. And then you got two. We got Seven of Wands, we got the Page of Swords. So yeah, where have you kind of been blocking your heart? I feel like this is like allowing yourself to explore love and just, it doesn't have to be like romantic love, but it's just like the beauty, right? Where's the beauty in life? Bringing compassion, connecting back, opening up your heart. Some of you could be like learning how to open up your heart chakra or learning how to like connect more if you've been feeling disconnected. I also feel though too, the Seven of Wands is also indicating that like you're being very selective about who and what you share your love with. If they're not coming from this place of love and kind of goodness, I feel like you're maybe not wanting to participate. So it's like being more selective with what you participate in. But I do feel like you're kind of exploring with this Page of Swords, like exploring your heart, but being very selective of your heart so that Like some of you though could have a block around your heart. I'm getting like you've maybe been hurt in the past because you did open yourself up. A lot of us have gone through those experiences, right? But then it's like you've closed yourself off, and I feel like now you could be in this place of like wanting to expand again, wanting to open back up. And I feel like you can do that by just connecting with the earth, connecting with the beauty of life. And that will help you open yourself back up again. Some of you are also finding like opening up your heart or helping. It could be like certain practices, whether it's meditation or somatic practices or that sort of thing. So you could be spending time like by yourself or alone, in the sense that like you are, you're healing, you're doing some healing work here. But I feel like this will be really good because it's going to help bring in a lot of abundance, but it's going to also help bring in really good relationships for you as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you, Pisces. Hopefully that resonates. And that is what I have for the all signs reading. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.